Before I start this video officially, I want to make a few disclaimers because the topic is very sensitive. And I know that some people get triggered and feel bad about this. Some people downright are traumatized by certain aspects that I'm going to discuss here, and they feel incredibly uncomfortable about the topics. However, it is very important for me to point out that this is in no way some sort of movement that I'm trying to join or anything that I'm trying to do, even to get followers or get viewers or put my point of view out there for people to debate. It's nothing like that. I'm an English teacher, and this video is first and foremost made for my students. I do leave all my content available on YouTube because I believe in education for everybody. I believe that education is freedom, therefore it should be available for free. So I do share some of my content for people all over the world to access if they want to. And I also leave it on YouTube so that my students can refer back to my content when they need. The topic today is fat phobia and some of the ramifications of it. Of course, I cannot talk from the point of view of somebody that has been a target or a victim or a survivor of this phenomenon. Let's start with a definition. So I'd ask my students to please type in my chat, what is your definition of fat phobia? Your definition. When you think of the word fat phobia, what is your definition? Just type in. I'm pretty sure that nowadays, most things that we say to people can get us canceled. It is very hard for us to, and by us I mean everybody, we have to be extremely aware of what we say, to whom we say it, and how we say it. And I believe in common sense. I believe in being cordial and polite to people. But I also believe in something that we're missing out on, which is being spontaneous and being genuine to how we feel, to how we really feel. So I want to see what your definitions are, but I'm also going to give you definitions from different perspectives. So let's talk about the English language and what the word phobia. Phobia. What does the word phobia mean? Phobia, you have all sorts of different phobias. God bless me. Lots of different types of phobias. A phobia is a fear. So if you have arachnophobia, it's a fear of spiders. Claustrophobia, a fear of spaces that confine you, small spaces. That's claustrophobia. What other types of phobia can you think of? Type away. There are lots of different types of phobia out there. Xenophobia, fear of, usually, I'm going to say, I'm not going to throw percentages out there because I don't have real statistics for it, but let us just say that in my experience, what I have heard throughout the 49 years I've been on this planet, I've heard people refer to xenophobia as a fear of anything that's foreign. So if somebody discriminates against a foreigner coming to their country, somebody coming from another country, an immigrant, if they are afraid of being around them, or they are afraid of their culture, they're xenophobic. So xenophobia is the noun. Arachnophobia is also the noun. And so is fatphobia. It's a noun. And when I say that somebody is fatphobic, that's an adjective. Very important for us to keep this within the scopes of what this is supposed to be, what it is. It is a video for EFL students. As a background for the video right now, I have pictures of me and my mother at different weights. Why? I want to illustrate certain points of view and what we were referred to as at different weights. So I'm going to start with whatever pops up on the screen. All right, so this is a picture of my mother when she came to Norway in 2007. And in my opinion, she looks gorgeous there. She looks gorgeous at every weight. She was about a good 95, close to 100 kilos there. And people were calling her fat. People were calling her overweight and obese. I myself, I'm guilty of having said things to her like, I'm afraid for your health. I want you to lose weight and things like that. Now, I have been researching on this topic because we're going to talk about fat phobia. We're going to talk about it specifically because it's a very relevant theme nowadays, and it might be one of the topics for an essay to be written at an exam. So I did some research everywhere. A lot of my students, I'm not going to say a lot. Yeah, I'm going to say a lot. They refer to TikTok a lot. That was one of my sources, not all of them. But according to a lot of people on TikTok who are part of the fat acceptance movement, the HAES movement, the body positivity movement, there's supposedly 3 different things. We're going to talk about them. But according to those TikToks that I was exposed to, and this was not 1 or 2 people, this was several people, my telling my mother, I think you should lose some weight, I'm afraid for your health, that is fatphobic. What do you think? Please type this in. Is it fatphobic to tell your mother that you're afraid for her health? I don't think it is. And I would never walk up to a person that I didn't know or somebody that I even was friends with, even were friends with, but didn't have that level of intimacy and connection to go and say, hey, you should lose weight. I would never say that to a random person. I would not comment on somebody's video on TikTok and say, hey, you should lose some weight, because I believe it's a very personal decision. And and I can hold my opinions to myself. And I do like a lot of what's going on with the body positivity movement. I think it's for everybody. I think everybody should feel positive about their body, whether they plan to lose weight, whether they want to stay the size that they are, whether they're very skinny, whether they are a larger person. I think it's fantastic to feel positive about yourself. I do. And the other day, I think I wrote something. It was a positive comment on somebody's TikTok video. It was something positive I said. There was nothing negative at all in what I said. I should have saved it, but I ended up deleting it because the person called me out and said I was not a part of the body positivity movement because I don't have a marginalized body. But according to those TikTokers that I saw, wanting to lose weight is fatphobic. Showing before and after pictures of your weight loss is fatphobic. Working out to lose weight is fatphobic. Not wanting to be fat is fatphobic. Saying to somebody that they should lose weight because of their health is fatphobic, according to this culture, right? What I do think that my personal take, telling someone to lose weight is rude if you're not friends with them. And I mean friends like best friends or a family member. It's just rude. You don't walk up to a person and say, hey, you should lose weight. And I feel like it's the same about anything, really. I'm not going to walk up to a lady and say, hey, that hairstyle does not suit you. It's none of my business. But let's talk about the definition of fatphobia that's found out there. The pictures that I'm using as a background are pictures of me at a very low weight when I was anorexic many years ago. And I take offense with people throwing the term, not the, throwing the term anorexic out there and saying I'm anorexic, I was anorexic, when they haven't really gone through it. But that's just a topic for a different day. And I was told I was skinny. People that were my friends and people who weren't my friends would say things to me, that's not healthy. What are you doing with yourself? Now, is it okay for somebody, a random person, to walk up to someone and say, hey, you're too skinny, you should eat a burger? I think it's just rude. If that person's family wants to do something about it, I don't think they're skinny shaming them. I think they might be genuinely concerned. So I have my own opinions about the topic. So I believe that the two ends of the spectrum, being anorexic skinny and weighing 300 kilos, those two things are not healthy for anybody. And that is my personal take on it, based on what I have read from doctors, what I have seen happen in my family. My mom is no longer at the weight she is in these pictures. She is a lot heavier. She has diabetes. She has a heart condition. She can't walk properly. She has back pain. And it's all because of her weight and her age. I believe that you can be healthy and have some extra kilos, but still be healthy and happy when you are young and when you have the capacity to move around and exist without all of those problems that come with the health condition, really. But my mom is now 73. She turned 74 this year. And this is why I have concerns about this. I have opinions about this. And about being overly skinny, I have opinions about this because I have been anorexic. I take issue with people who are not anorexic, who claim that they are for clout. Some people think it's trendy, or it's, I don't know, they want people to pay attention to them. And I don't know, there's something called atypical anorexia, and you can be a normal weight and still be suffering from it because you are losing weight, even if you're not super skinny, but you're losing weight and doing it in a very unhealthy way. That is also a type of anorexia. But I digress. Let's talk about the definitions of fat phobia that are out there. We have, okay, so I'm going to make this bigger. This is covering the definition. But when you Google it, you get results from different places. One thing that I want to point out is that the Urban Dictionary, it is a dictionary. It's out there, it's available, just like Wikipedia is an encyclopedia. It's out there, it's available. But I would not take definitions from Wikipedia and from Urban Dictionary at face value. I would go to a dictionary like the Collins Dictionary, the Oxford Dictionary. Those are dictionaries that are well established over the years. They're dictionaries you can trust. So I'm going to go and find definitions from the dictionary and definitions from Urban Dictionary, Wikipedia, everything, and then I'll tell you what some TikTokers have said. According to the Collins Dictionary, that's a good one. I had the paper edition many, many years ago, before the internet. Fat phobia, irrational fear of, aversion to, or discrimination against obesity or people with obesity. Additional information, noun, used at least as early as 1993. Example sentence, just a few days ago, someone told me that fat phobia does not exist because it isn't in the dictionary, which was a very painful realization to me. Well, it is in the dictionary. Approval status. Approval status, pending investigation. So somebody submitted it to the Collins, and the Collins is still investigating it. So it's still not in the dictionary officially. But it's a term that's out there. Language changes very, very, very rapidly. So let's take a look at what you find on the Urban Dictionary. According to the Urban Dictionary, fat phobia is a phobia in which overweight people will call you out for not liking fat people. Also a word to use as an excuse to not go to the gym and continue to eat junk food. So this definition sounds a little biased to me. That's why I'm saying to you, the Urban Dictionary is not your best source for information. I like the Collins definition that somebody submitted more than this one. It was submitted by somebody under the name of Blind Hut, May 28th, 2021. Now please type in, which of the definitions do you think more closely resembles what you believe in? What is fat phobia to you? Is it the definition from the Urban Dictionary, or is it the one that somebody submitted to the Collins Dictionary? My personal take on this, and I keep talking about my personal take because I'm not out here to tell people what fat phobia is. I'm exploring different definitions for it so that we can have a discussion. Here's my personal take. I believe fat phobia is when people discriminate others based on their size. If they are big, they will make jokes, they will say offensive things, they will make assumptions about that person. They will make assumptions, oh, she's fat because she's lazy. Oh, he is fat because he doesn't want to lose weight. He has no willpower. I think that's fat phobia, but that's my take on it. On TikTok, it's a whole different story. And I was surprised and scared when I was doing this research and looking for more information. I was told I wasn't allowed to be a part of the body positivity movement because I'm not sure what the girl said. I should have kept that comment, but I deleted my own comment and her reply disappeared. I believe the body positivity movement is for everybody. The modeling industry is taking in people of all sizes. Let me show you the Instagram that I'm looking for. So let's take a brand like Victoria's Secret. The fashion show for Victoria's Secret, every year, it was basically a celebration of skinny, beautiful women. And you never, I'm trying to think about how many years I'm going to put in here, but I'm going to say, it's safe to say, 30 years ago, we did not see plus size models on a Victoria's Secret catalog, and now we do. And I think that's really wonderful. And to me, that will give people more self-esteem, to feel represented. Say, hey, look at her. I'm a big girl. She's a big girl. She's beautiful. I'm beautiful too. I love that for the body positivity movement. But then, why can't a skinny girl who maybe has a bit of a complex, oh, I'm too skinny, or I don't like how my body looks, why can't she try to be positive about her body? Why can't she join the movement too? So I take issue with that. I love how Victoria's Secret now has models of all ethnicities and sizes. And they have a pregnant lady, they have a disabled model, they have a lot of plus size models nowadays. Lots and lots of them. And I know that, to be fair, some of the models who are called plus size are not even big. They're not 200-300 kilos or anything. So I feel like the term plus size gets thrown out there for people who are not stick thin. That's something that society still has to improve a lot. So I see this and the comments, lots of positive comments. Lots of positive comments, some stuff that's been written here in Russian. Mama doesn't speak Russian. I'm seeing lots of positive comments here. I haven't found one single negative comment in this. Which is good. I was looking for some of the nasty things that people say, but I really do feel good that there's more positivity than negativity. Oh, here's a guy, but not like you, because they're saying that women should wear this, and the guy posted, not like you. All right, I found one here. It's written in Spanish. Integrar todas las chicas de la comunidad es una cosa, y normalizar la obesidad es otra y muy delicada. So this person here is saying to integrate girls of the entire community is one thing, but normalizing obesity is another thing, and that's a very delicate subject. So this got 34 comments here, and people are saying, oh, you have to think about health. Someone else is saying, you have a lot to learn about this. They are normalizing and romanticizing obesity. Then another person says, this is your problem. If you're bothered by this, it is your problem. So there are lots of people. Somebody else here says, get over it. No more anorexic models who don't eat. It's for real women now. So there is a debate, an ongoing debate on Instagram on most. I do not want to put any of the TikToks on my video because I don't want to attract that public to my channel, people who want to argue and insult each other. But I'm going to give you, my students who are watching this right now, I'll give you the links for you to observe and for you to form your own opinion about this. And the assignment for the day will be to write your views on fat phobia. I want you to explore the ramifications of it, because there is fat phobia And there is also the body positivity movement, the fat acceptance movement, the health at every size movement, fighting fat phobia with what some people say is a great health image. It's a healthy way of looking at this and saying, hey, I love my body as it is and I can be healthy and be big. And other people say, no, that's wrong. You're normalizing obesity. So where do you stand on this? And what do you think? It is an uncomfortable topic, and I completely understand how it hits home for certain people to talk about anorexia, to talk about obesity, to talk about eating disorders in general. But it is a very relevant thing, and I feel like discussing it opens doors to perhaps a better world where everybody can find their own space. You'll get the links from me on Messenger.